Throughout my lifetime of studying the world's most successful men and women, I have come to a realization that surpasses every formula for wealth and every principle of achievement I have ever taught. You must learn to live as if God is within you. I want you to understand this, my friend. All the riches of the world, all the power, all the opportunities you could ever dream of begin with this one belief. If you have not yet grasped this truth, let me share it with you as plainly as I can. Picture the great industrialists and visionaries of our time: Carnegie, Ford, Edison, Rockefeller. Each of these men, in their own way, tapped into a power beyond the reach of ordinary mortals. Some called it intuition. Others called it infinite intelligence. I call it the spark of the divine within, the power that speaks in the stillness of the mind when you silence doubt and fear. When I first met Andrew Carnegie, he told me that the key to success was not in the machinery of business or the size of one's bank account, but in the conviction that one is connected to something greater. He said to me, "Hill, you must teach the world that success is not just a matter of hard work, but a matter of belief. Belief that infinite intelligence is always guiding you from within." I carried those words with me through every interview I conducted, every book I wrote. Time and again, I saw this principle at work in the lives of the most remarkable people. Thomas Edison would lock himself in his laboratory for hours, trusting that the answer would come from within. Henry Ford would walk among the men in his factories with an air of calm confidence, knowing that infinite intelligence was working through his mind to solve any problem that might arise. And what about you? Do you start each day knowing that God is within you, guiding your every thought and action? Or do you let the opinions of others, the noise of the world, drown out that inner voice of wisdom? Let me be clear. The divine spark within you is the source of all creation. It is the wellspring of ideas, the architect of opportunity, the healer of wounds. When you believe that God is within you, you tap into a power so vast that even the greatest challenges become stepping stones to greatness. Consider this. Every invention that has changed the course of history, electricity, the automobile, the airplane, began as a simple thought in the mind of one who believed in the unseen. Edison once told me that his greatest asset was not his laboratory or his patents, but his unwavering faith that infinite intelligence would provide the answers he sought. You may be thinking, "Napoleon, how can I access this power? How can I live each day as if God is within me?" I tell you, it begins with thought. Your dominant thoughts shape your reality. If you think in terms of fear, limitation, and doubt, you block the flow of divine energy. But if you think in terms of faith, abundance, and possibility, you open the channels to infinite intelligence. Each morning when you rise, I urge you to stand before the mirror, look into your own eyes, and declare, "God is within me. His wisdom guides my steps. His power fuels my purpose. I am connected to infinite intelligence, and I walk in harmony with its laws." Say it with conviction, my friend, for every time you speak these words, you are planting seeds of greatness in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Those seeds, nurtured by faith and repeated with feeling, will bear fruit in the form of inspired ideas, opportunities, and the resources you need to fulfill your destiny. Let me share with you a secret the few understand. The subconscious mind is the gateway to infinite intelligence. It is through this part of your mind that the divine spark finds its voice. When you impress your subconscious with thoughts of faith and success, you invite infinite intelligence to work its wonders in your life. I have witnessed this miracle time and again. I have seen men rise from the depths of poverty to the heights of wealth and influence simply by changing the way they think. They stopped waiting for permission from the world and instead claimed the authority that was already within them. They acted as if God was guiding every step, and in truth, He was. Do not let the opinions of the doubters and the cynics shake your faith. The world is full of those who will try to convince you that success is for others, that you must accept your lot in life. But I tell you this, the only limits you face are those you place upon yourself. When you believe that God is within you, No obstacle is insurmountable, no dream too big. Remember, my friend, infinite intelligence does not reside in some distant realm, separate from your daily struggles. It lives within your very being, waiting to be called forth by your faith. It is there in every breath you take, every beat of your heart, every thought that passes through your mind. So I ask you now, will you continue to live as a prisoner of fear and doubt, or will you rise up and claim your birthright as a child of infinite intelligence? The choice is yours. I can only show you the door. You must walk through it. As you continue this journey with me, know this. The greatest power you will ever possess is the belief that God is within you. Live by this truth, and you will transform not only your own life, but the lives of all who cross your path. And now let us go deeper still. For in the next part, I shall share with you the practical steps to unlock this divine power and manifest the life of your dream. Now that you understand the truth that God is within you, let us move from belief to action. For knowledge without application is like a seed left on barren soil. It cannot take root and grow unless you nurture it with deliberate effort. The first step in manifesting this power is to develop the habit of daily reflection. Set aside time each morning, even if only a few minutes, to center yourself in the knowledge that infinite intelligence is your constant companion. In this stillness, ask yourself, what would I attempt today if I truly believed that God was guiding my every step? Write down the answers that come to you, for the act of writing impresses the subconscious mind more deeply than mere thought. As you do this, you will begin to see patterns emerge, ideas, opportunities, solutions that may have eluded you before. This is no coincidence, my friend. It is the divine working through you, making itself known in ways both great and small. Next, take these ideas and transform them into definite plans. Faith without action is lifeless. A wish is but a fleeting hope. A plan is a promise to yourself and to the infinite intelligence that you will act. I have observed time and again that those who succeed are not always the most talented or the most educated, but they are always the most determined. They are the ones who dare to move forward even when doubt and fear seek to hold them back. They act with the confidence that comes from knowing that the divine spark within them cannot be extinguished by the world's temporary setbacks. And so I say to you, move with purpose. When challenges arise, do not retreat into fear, but instead remind yourself, God is within me. Every obstacle is a stepping stone, every setback a lesson, every failure a preparation for the greater victories to come. Understand that the greatest men and women I have known did not rise to greatness without struggle. In fact, it was in the crucible of adversity that they discovered their true strength. Andrew Carnegie faced poverty and ridicule. Henry Ford failed and failed again before creating the assembly line that revolutionized the world. What sustained them? It was the unshakable belief that infinite intelligence was guiding them, even when the path seemed dark. They learned to see every problem as an invitation for divine wisdom to manifest in their lives. I urge you now to cultivate a mind that is open to this guidance. Practice autosuggestion daily. Feed your mind with positive, faith-filled affirmations. Speak to yourself in the language of victory. I am guided by infinite intelligence. Every day I become more aware of the divine presence within me. My thoughts are aligned with success, health, and prosperity. These words are not idle. They are commands to your subconscious mind, which acts as the gateway to infinite intelligence. When you impress your subconscious with these truths, you set in motion a chain of events that will lead to circumstances and opportunities aligned with your highest purpose. But do not think that words alone will carry you to your destiny. You must be willing to act, to take bold steps even when the outcome is uncertain. For it is in action that faith is tested and refined. It is in the doing that the divine power within you is unleashed. Remember this, every time you hesitate, every time you allow fear to paralyze you, you are turning away from the infinite. But when you act, when you step forward in faith, you open the doors to miracles. Let me share one final thought with you, one that has guided me throughout my life. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But that achievement requires more than wishful thinking. It demands that you live each day with the unwavering conviction that God is within you, that He is guiding your every move, and that every challenge you face is but a stepping stone to the greatness that awaits. Now go forth, my friend, and live as if God is within you. Let your every thought, your every word, and your every action reflect this truth. For when you do, you will discover that the world itself bends to your will, and that success in all its forms becomes not just possible, but inevitable. This is the secret that I have shared with you today. Guard it well, for it is the key to your destiny.